Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, we are from group 2. Our topic is about quadratic equation, inequalities, and functions. I'm Anugrah Rahmayani. In this first part, I will explain about syllabus and lesson plan. The first is syllabus. In the syllabus, we just take one competency standard or standard competency about quadratic equation, inequalities, and functions. In these competency standards, there are 6 basic competencies atau kompetensi dasar that consist of different learning materials, learning activity, indicators, and time allocations. In the first basic competencies, it is about function, and there are learning materials that describe about these basic competencies. There are learning activities that show us how to do the class, and there are indicators that must be exhibited by students. And for grading or scoring, there are several kinds of tasks or quiz, like individual task, group task, and exam. And there are several kinds of instruments. For time allocation, this is different every basic competencies. It depends on how long and hard the subject. For learning resources, it can be from textbook or other resources and supported by laptop, LCD, and etc. For the second basic competencies, it is about graph of quadratic function. And from third until sixth basic competencies, it's more about quadratic equation and inequalities. And for learning materials and learning activities, it depends on the basic competencies. The next is about lesson plan or RPP. The first lesson plan is about quadratic equation. The RPP that shown is consists of 3 meetings, and in every meeting it consists of different learning goal, learning activity, and grading or scoring. In learning goals, there are points that must be achieved by students, and in learning activities we can see that this point explain how to do the class. There are preliminary that containing greeting, apperception, and motivation. There are main activity that containing preparation, stimulation, and etc. And in the closing, that it is contain summary and reflection. The format of RPP can be different in every school and even teachers. In this presentation, we tried to show a different RPP format. The second lesson plan is about quadratic inequalities. In this RPP, we can see something different from before. From this learning media, we know that this class using Google Classroom, YouTube, and Moodle. In the preliminary, we can see that the teacher will check their students' attendance in Google Classroom. And for main activity, this class using Moodle platform, and so it is with the closing. The last RPP is about quadratic function. In this RPP, we can direct our focus on media, tools or materials, and learning resources. The media used is Laboratorium Maya on portal Rumah Belajar, Zoom, and WhatsApp. The tools that they use is quadratic function graph application, and the resources that they use is portal Rumah Belajar that's supported by Kemdikbud. Well, we can also see something different in part F. In this part, students are asked to create an account on portal Rumah Belajar as a preparation to do online class. So, this is one of example of RPP that used in online learning in this pandemic. So, that's all our material about syllabus and lesson plan of our topic. The next part is about material and students' problem about this topic. Thank you.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anissa Omnia, and as the second speaker, I'm going to do quick explanation about quadratic equation, quadratic inequality, and quadratic function. First is quadratic equation. In algebra, a quadratic equation is any equation that can be rearranged in standard form, where x represents an unknown and a, b, and c represent known numbers. Standard form of a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a is not 0 and a, b, and c is real numbers. Based on this standard form, when we are given this quadratic equation, we can see that the value of a is 2 and the value of b is 4, and last the value of c is 2. The solutions to the quadratic equations are where it is equal to 0. They are also called roots or sometimes zeros. There are usually two solutions, x1 and x2, and there are a few different ways to find the solutions. The first is by factoring, the second is completing the square, and the third is by using quadratic formula. First method is by factoring. To factor or factorize a quadratic is to find what to multiply to get the quadratic. It is called factoring because we find the factors. The easiest way to factor is by choose two real numbers, which if we add together will give the value of b, and if we multiply it will give the value of c. When we are given the equation x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals to 0, we can see that the value of b is minus 4 and c is 4. So we choose minus 2 because when we add minus 2 and minus 2, we can get minus 4, the value of b. And if we multiply minus 2 with minus 2, we can get 4, the value of c. Then solve the zeros, and the result is positive 2 and positive 2. Another example, we will find the factors of 6x squared minus 2x equals to 0. We can see that 6 and 2 have a common factor of 2. So we let 2 outside the parenthesis. And then we can see that x squared and x have a common factors of x. So we let 2x outside the parenthesis. And then we can see the result are 2x and 3x minus 1. One of the big benefits of factoring is that we can find the roots of the quadratic equation. The second way is by completing the square. Completing the square is where we take the quadratic equation like this and turn into like this. For example, try to fit x squared plus 6x plus 7 into x squared plus 2dx plus d squared plus e. We know that 6x must be end up as 2dx, so we can assume that d must be 3. Next, we see that 7 must become d squared plus e, because we already know that d is 3, so d squared must be 9. Then 9 plus e equals to 7, so e must be minus 2. So the result are 3 and minus 2. The third method is by using quadratic formula. The quadratic formula use the a, b, and c from ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are not just numbers, they are the numerical coefficient of the quadratic equation. For example, solve y equals x squared plus 2x minus 3. We see that a is 1, b is 2, and c is minus 3. So the solution will look like this. We use substitution, and in the end, we see the result are 1 and minus 3. Quadratic inequality. A quadratic inequality is an equation of second degree that use an inequality sign instead of an equal sign. A quadratic inequality is a mathematical statement that relates a quadratic expression as either less than or greater than another. Quadratic equation can be solved by either the factorization method or by use of the quadratic formula. The general forms of the quadratic inequalities are like this. The condition is same with the quadratic equations, where a can be 0, and a, b, and c are real numbers. Solving a quadratic inequality in algebra is similar to solving a quadratic equation. The only exception is that with quadratic equations, you equate the expressions to 0, but with inequalities, you are interested in knowing what's on either side of the 0, that is negatives or positives. For example, solve the inequality x squared minus 4x greater than minus 3. First, make one side of the inequality 0 by adding both sides by 3. And then factor the left side of the inequality. Then solve all the zeros for the inequality. And now we can see that the result are x less than 1 or x greater than 3. The third topic is quadratic function. Standard form of a quadratic function is fx equals ax squared plus bx plus c. We can see that this condition is same with quadratic equation, where a can be 0 and a, b, and c are real numbers. There are two types of quadratic functions. The first is positive definite, and the second is negative definite. And definite is also divided into two groups, based on the value of a, and the second is based on the value of d. D is discriminant, and the formula is b equals b squared minus 4 times a times c. The graph on the left side, positive definite graph and negative definite graph. First is based on the value of a. If a less than 0, then the extreme value is minimum and the parabola graph open upwards. If a is less than 0, then the extreme value is maximum and the parabola graph also open upwards. Second is based on the value of d, discriminant. If d greater than 0, then the parabola graph intersects the x-axis at point x1 0 and x2 0. The values for x1 and x2 can be determined by the following quadratic formula. x1 and 2 is minus b plus minus roots of d over 2a. If d equal to 0, the graph touch the x-axis in one point. If d is less than 0, the graph does not cut the x-axis. Last is student problem. There are 5 general student problems. The first is student fail to distinguish between quadratic equation and linear equation. This is common if students are still not familiar with quadratic topics. They have already studied linear equations and are familiar with the topics, so errors like this are commonly found among students. The second problem is student performance in using quadratic equations to formulate and solve word problems. This is also common with story type questions because students still confuse which method they will use. The third problem is difficulty in calculation. Student difficulties in the calculation process usually because students are not careful in solving questions, like when multiplying positive and negatives. The fourth is other difficulties like student-generated methods. Some students prefer to apply procedural methods rather than use formal methods. In this case, the procedural process will lead students to failure. The last is attempting to factorize non-factorable quadratic equations. Some of the students ignore whether the quadratic equation to be solved was factorable or not. Okay, that's all from me. The next topics will be explained by the third speaker.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nur Sakila Hasan as the third speaker from group 2. Today I will going to explain about example of Olympic question in equation, inequality, and quadratic function topic. Okay, the first example is we have 1 over x squared times 3x times 2 times 1 over x squared times 5x times 6 equal to 1 over 4, and the question is the value of x that satisfy the equation is. For the first, I describe the x squared plus 3x plus 2 be x plus 1 times x plus 2, and also the second term, and I will get this form, and then I add the first term and the second term, but before we add them we have to make sure that they have the same denominator, so we make it same like this one. After that, we sum the nominator here, x plus 3 plus x plus 1, and we find this form, and then we see that here in nominator there is x plus 2, and in denominator also there is x plus 2, so we can cancel x plus 2 here and x plus 2 here, and then after that we find this form, and then we multiply this form with x plus 1 times x plus 3 times 4, and then we get this form 5x equal to x squared plus 4x plus 3, and then here we simplify the form and we find the x squared plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0, and here we can how to say memfaktorkan, and then we find x equal to minus 5 or x equal to 1. This is our first question. And the second question, for the curve y equal to x squared plus 7x plus 2 and line y equal to 2x plus 8, it is known that the curve and the line intersect at points A and B. So the question is the distance between A and B is. Here we have to remember that if the first curve and the first line is intersect, it means that there are points that they have the same point, so we can write down like this one, because y equal to y, because one of or more of them point is the same, and here because the curve and the line is intersect in point A and B, so there are two the same point of the curve and the line. And here we can write this one: x squared plus 7x plus 2 equal to 2x plus 8. And then we can simplify like this one, and then we find the x equal to minus 6 or x equal to 1. For x equal to minus 6, we can substitute to the form of curve of line, and we find the value of y. And here for x equal to minus 9, we find that the y is equal to minus 4. And also for x equal to 1, the y is equal to 10. And in here we find the value of points A and B. And after that we can calculate the distance between A and B like this one, and we find the distance between A and B is the square root of 245. The second the third question is proof that for x, y, z positive, then x squared plus y squared plus z squared greater than equal to xy plus xz plus yz. Here we use the AIMGM, but what is actually AIMGM? EMGM is inequality of arithmetic and geometry means, and then this EMGM have a general form. So by using the general form of EMGM, we can find this equation, the first, the second, and the third equation. You can search in your Google about the general form of EMGM, and then from the first, the second, and the third equation, we find this form. We just substitute like that, and then we can move the form like this one, and then we find that we cancel the second here and the second here, and then we can find that x squared plus y squared plus z squared greater than or equal to xy plus xz plus yz. And then the fourth question is if a square equal to 7b equal to 1945 and b equal to 7a plus 1945 with a and b are different real numbers, then the value of ab is, so here we can write down like this one. This is a squared minus b squared equal to 7b equal a, because here we can cancel this component. This term we can cancel because a squared minus b squared, a squared minus b squared, so we can write 7b plus this one minus plus b plus 1745, and then we can cancel like this one, and then we find the simply from is like this one. And then because we know that A different with B, A plus, so we can determine that A plus B equal to -7. Yep, because here when I a, for example, a square minus b square, and then if here we can describe this form, and then we can cancel at the time, but maybe you can try to work it in your paper, and then we can substitute the value of a plus b here, -7, we can substitute here, and we find 49, and then we substitute a square plus b square plus 2ab, and then we find this form. After that we can simplify, and then we find that ab equal to -1896, like this one. And then we move to last question. It is known that a, b, x, y are elements of real numbers that satisfies a square plus b square equal to 1 and x square plus y square equal to 1, and then determine the greatest value of ax plus by, and then with EMGM, by using EMGM we can obtain this equation and this equation, and then we find the first and the second equation, and then we can write from this and this, we can write like this one, and then we can simplify like this. We move the 2 here in front of, and then we can substitute the value of a square here, a square plus b square equal to 1 here, and then also the x square plus y square equal to 1 here, and then we can simplify the from 1 plus 1 is 2, and then we can cancel 2 here, 2, and then 1, so we can find that the greatest value of ax plus bx equal to 1. So I think that's all my explanation today. I'm so sorry for my mistake in this video, and if you have any question you can also ask in our discussion after that. Thank you so much for your attention, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.